Hi everybody, Tim Dwyer here. Well, here we are in South Australia playing Victoria's game. And what do I mean by that? Well, politicians lying to the people about what is actually happening. And the hypocrisy is staggering. I just cannot believe the level of hypocrisy. Now, South Australia, large in area, small in population in comparison to some of the other states. We've only got about 1.7 million people in the entire state, unlike Victoria, but we're still people. And we still have politicians who could not lie straight in bed. And we have public servants who forget that they are public servants. Although that's what they portray. They are really corporate employees, but we won't go down that path tonight. Here's a little bit of the hypocrisy that I want to talk to you about. The South Australian, I've got it on my phone here, and I'm going to read it straight off here, right? This is of a Channel News report. South Australia's police commissioner has defended the Medi hotel worker who spread the virus to their second job after becoming infected. The police commissioner, Grant Stevens, says it's unreasonable. Think about this. It is unreasonable to expect high-risk workers at hotel quarantine facilities to be isolated from the rest of the community. It's unreasonable. It has been revealed a worker at Pepper's Hotel quarantine facility in Adelaide, CBD, became infected by a returned traveller after coming into contact with the virus on a kitchen surface. What? No gloves? No protection? Interesting. Very, very well run facility, I might say. Not unlike Victoria, perhaps. It goes on to say, the worker is also believed to have taken the virus to the Woodville Pizza Bar, infecting an employee there. A pizza made by that employee was then purchased by a worker at the Stanford Hotel, another quarantine facility, who later tested positive. It is now feared thousands could have been infected, sparking the state's circuit breaker 6-day lockdown. I'm going to come to that 6-day lockdown in a minute. That's total BS. Stephen said, now listen to this. Stephen said, while it is unfortunate the cluster grew to the extent that it did, essential workers must be able to go about their everyday lives. Right? They must be able to go about their everyday lives. Your expectation is that people who work in a quarantine hotel will be isolated from the rest of the community while they're providing that service, he said. That's not just security guards. That's police officers, nurses, caterers, cleaners, hotel staff, and the Australian Defence Force. Listen to this. This is Grant Stevens. Your expectation is unreasonable. It's unreasonable. Stevens said people working at Medi hotel sites have mortgages to pay and cannot be expected to stay indoors. Excuse me. Hang on. A handful of people cannot be expected to stay indoors whilst they're working in a highly infectious area because they've got mortgages to pay. So now you lock up 1.7 million people who've got bloody mortgages to pay, and you think that's okay. Hypocrisy, you've got no limits, Stevens. It is incredible. These people are a part of our community and we require them to do a really important job at the moment, he said. People are entitled to get on with their lives when they're not at work. Give these people a break. Holy smoke. It's unreasonable to expect people working in a highly infectious environment to isolate, and yet 1.7 million people who literally don't have a disease. Oh, and by the way, our chief health advisor says that it is a different strand of coronavirus now that they're chasing, and it may alter. You got to look at what they say, then watch what they do. Their weasel words mean this: they're testing people for coronavirus, the cold, the flu, all that stuff. And they're 6 days in their document that they've put out to the people. It's online. It says it is 6 days with a further 8 of varying restrictions. And I can tell you what else is coming. And you're not going to like it. You've got to understand, people. You've got to understand. You cannot trust a single word that comes out of their mouths. Are you trying to tell me that a person working in an infected hotel would not have gloves on their hands at all times, and yet they caught the virus off a surface in a kitchen? And are you telling me that we, the people, have to be reasonable to let these people wander around spreading whatever it is they might have, so as that you can lock us down because whatever they think they've got is spread everywhere? I'm going to come back tomorrow with another video. But the Chief of Police in South Australia, Grant Stevens, is an absolute hypocrite. The Premier, he wants to play with the big boys. I don't know how much money these people get paid. If I hear one more politician, one more public servant, one more highly paid cop tell us that we're all in this together, when you've had pay rises, you have not lost 1 cent, you get paid overtime by the bloody truckload, and the rest of us suffer financially, emotionally, the whole lot. Our kids are taken out of school, our grandkids are wiped out of school. You hypocrites. We are not in this together. In fact, don't even put yourself anywhere near close to where we are. You have lost all respect. And as far as I'm concerned, and a lot of people that I've spoken to today, the trust factor in South Australian police and government hasn't hit zero. It drove past zero at around about lunchtime, and it's still on full throttle heading south. My name's Tim Dwyer, and I do live in South Australia. Thank you for watching this little video.